And what would you say to someone who is considering signing up for Frames Bootcamp?
I'd say hurry up, because there's not that many slots available. There's, the teacher to student ratio is so low. I mean, there's only 8 of us here in the boot camp, and there's only 10 of those boot camps, I think, in a year. I may be wrong on that number, but I think it's 10. So if you're thinking about it, you better grab a slot.
I would highly recommend this camp over the camps that are 40 people or more. You get way more coaching here. It's excellent.
That it's worth it, it depends on what your reasons are and your goals. If you just want to play with a group of people and, toss a ball around and learn a few things, then you shouldn't come to a boot camp like Frames. If you're serious about improving your game and learning what you're doing wrong and also what you're doing right and you need to keep working on, then Frames is the best boot camp.
I would rate it as above excellent. I think I appreciate his directness. He's very direct, honest, but engaging as he is honest. He does it in a way that you don't feel threatened or beat down. It's an encouraging type of frankness.
I love pickleball and I love learning more about it, and that makes this experience just out of this world.
I think tailoring it to my needs was really important, and I found that he did that at every level, whether I was just beginning something or whether I was accelerating or regressing. He was able to customize and coach me to my needs.
This is my second year at Frames Bootcamp, and it has been absolutely awesome because everything now that I learned last year has been reinforced and everything is coming together, synthesizing very well.
He picks up immediately what you're doing wrong and what you can improve on. In my case, it was gripping the paddle too hard. It was stepping back or taking a side step when I should have been square to the net. He physically sees for each individual, and particularly me, what's necessary to improve.
I've really enjoyed it. The weather's been great. The people are just very friendly.
It's been wonderful. It's been very fulfilling.
I chose it based on the number of people that are in the camp. A small group is much better.
He came highly recommended from some 4 or 5 players that I play with. They're not pros, but they spoke very, very highly of him, and they also said, I've read his books. He's excellent. His insight into teaching people pickleball is the best. And so I decided I didn't even look at other boot camps. I just chose Frames.
You can tell that he is very interested in you. He wants you to be successful, and he notices things that you might not be aware of, makes you aware of it. I think you'd find it very helpful. I like the schedule. I like getting up late. I call it late. There's plenty of time to think about what you're doing, plenty of time to practice, and I like using the ball machine. I mean, I enjoyed it.
I would tell them that, yes, give it a try. Give it a try. You will be so satisfied. You will leave here knowing that you've learned a lot, that it's been worth every moment, every moment. And there's a lot of ambiance at this boot camp also, because we have Frame's sidekick, who is Randy, and he takes care of so many things that have to be taken care of. I mean, it's a good place to be. You work hard. This is not a picnic. However, we do get lots of nice breaks, and Randy provides lots of good stuff for us during the breaks.
Happens here. I've gotten to be friends with 6, 8 people that never would have happened if we didn't come.
I appreciate a lot about Prem and his coaching. First of all, he takes each person in the boot camp from where they are at. He doesn't have any great expectations of anyone until he observes how we play, and he zeroes in very well on our weaknesses and things that we don't know and things that we need to improve. Excellent coaching. He's firm, but he's friendly. He doesn't praise you unless it's something to be praised. There's not any artificial praise going on here. He's dedicated to make us learn the game of pickleball, and in learning it the right way, we really learn to love it.
My situation is slightly different because it's my second one, and that speaks for what I think of the camp. But last time I went, my breakthroughs were such I went from being a very mediocre player to playing a pretty good game, taking numbers out of it. And I think this time my breakthrough is going to be that I'm going to, with some drilling, go to play on a good game. Last year I didn't ask him to do anything because I didn't know what a boot camp was. And this year I told him before we started, I said, it speaks for itself that we came back, Kathy and I came back. And I told him what I don't need is pats on the back and kudos. I need balls whacked into my chest. I need to get yelled at. I need it drummed into me so that I can get by those things that are keeping me from being a good player, a really good player. And he did that.
Well, last year when we came for the first time, I had no idea about it. But after playing quite a bit of pickleball during the year and after experiencing last year, I don't think that I would want anybody else to teach me pickleball except Prem, because he is that good. It's been an absolutely awesome experience, and I would probably do it again.
For a third time.
I would. It's that good.
Oh, the individual. So much individual one-on-one time personally, but then also as we're playing the game, he's very consistent in knowing what my strengths are, my weaknesses are, and keeping a focus on how I can improve in those areas. And so he brought that to the entire day for me.
And is there anything else that you would like us to know?
I don't think so, but I'll be back to another camp. So there's things you have to let me know when there'll be some more camps.
And you have a lot of choices for pickleball boot camps and trainings. What made you choose Prem's boot camp?
Because I was here last year. And we sort of pulled that one out of the air. We've actually, I shouldn't say that, because we've had 2 other well-known coaches, pros, players, coaches come through Saddlebrook and give clinics, one-day clinics, and I signed up I was in all of them. I took their big 30-person clinic, and then I took their 8-person half-day, or 3 hours thing. And I could have gone to one of theirs, but I think Prem's approach, personalized approach, sensible approach, all of it. I like his teaching style. I'm one who doesn't believe that the best player in the world is necessarily the best coach in the world. And those are 2 different things. And I don't know where he is in the world in playing, but he's the best in coaching.
And what would you say to someone who was considering signing up for Prem's boot camp?
Do it. I would have no hesitation. Again, it speaks for itself that we would come back and spend the time and money to do, knowing it's going to be the same thing over again. But I picked up things that I heard last year, but I didn't pick them up. I didn't make them part of my skill set.
What he is able to do is watch you play and really very succinctly be able to pick out that aspect that needs to be worked on.
It was how he explained viewing the court instead of 2 halves to view it into thirds, and how those thirds are played changed the entire strategy of the game for me. I could actually see a strategy in the game.
And is there anything else that you would like us to know?
No, it's been a wonderful experience, and Randy's been outstanding. Couldn't ask for a better partner with Prem. He just helps you out with everything. Anything you need or want, Randy is right there. Or anything else you want, Randy's your man.
And what else did you enjoy about Prem's boot camp?
I love that we had the opportunity to play with him and Randy. Even though we got pickled once. We'll be back to get you.